Well, hello. So the question was, can I improve my health through water, through the use of water, plain water? And the answer, surprisingly, is yes. You know, back in the 1980s, Dr. Emoto in Japan became very famous because of some experiments that he did using an atomizer to freeze tiny droplets of water, something that simulates the process of snow forming. So you would run water very high pressure through a very small nozzle, such that the droplets that come out of the nozzle are tiny. So you run that into a very cold chamber, and these tiny droplets of water freeze essentially and create a crystal. So then you would take those crystals and look at them under a microscope, a dark field microscope, and you could see the shape of the crystals. Now, what's fascinating about this experiment is that according to the sort of intention you would place upon the water, or according to the source of the water you would use for the experiment, the shape of the crystals were different. And Dr. Emoto became famous. He published several articles and books on this subject, and the whole world was fascinated by this research because it shows that somehow water, in other words, if the shape of the crystal can change according to whatever intentions I place on the piece and on that amount of water, it shows that water is a substance that is responsive to intentions, to the mind, to feelings. Now imagine if your body is made up of 70, 80%, 75% water, imagine the effect that our thoughts, our words, our feelings really have on our bodies. So we know that water responds to intention. This has been shown. And so question is, what can we do more specifically with water to improve our health? Well, one of the things that people have done for years is they would pour water into a glass container, like an actual glass, and then they would hold the glass without touching their fingers. In other words, you would hold the glass like this with the fingers separated. And you would look at the water and you would take several deep breaths and hold your breath in while imagining that the energy that you're picking up from the universe through your breathing is being transferred into the water. They call this process magnetizing the water. Now, I have to tell you something. Back when I was in my early 20s, I was talking to my grandfather, my paternal grandfather once, and he lived in a part of Brazil where there was, back in the days, in the first part of the last century, there was no access to any sort of medical care. And every now and then at the farm, in the jungle there, people would get injured, people that he knew would be injured. And my grandfather told me that he would cure them with water. Water only is the only substance they had to cure people. And he explained to me how he did it. He would take the glass, he would hold it, he would breathe it into the water, he would look at the water, and then he would look at the person who needed some sort of help and would say, "This will cure you." And he would tell me that so as long as the person believed him, and he was very persuasive, the person would drink the water and would actually feel better. Of course, part of that is the law of suggestion at work. But the point is that he also magnetized the water with the breathing and with the retention of the breath, as I just explained. So you can actually do this every night. You can take on a glass of water, you can hold it with your fingers separately, you can take several deep breaths, you hold your breath, and you imagine, you're using your creative visualization there, you imagine that the energy, this pranic energy that you acquire from the universe through your breath goes right into the water through the tips of your fingers, and the water becomes magnetized. Once you do that about 3 to 10 times, you drink the water. And that water may even in some cases taste a little different to you. But what you will notice is that if you put in an intention, such as I want to improve my health, I want to improve vitality, I want to improve a certain medical condition, you're going to notice that the condition tends to improve. Now, please understand me carefully. Every time we talk about physical ailments, diseases, or medical uses of hypnosis or hypnotherapy or the mind, each time I mention these things in this channel, please remember that we're not advocating the substitution of appropriate medical care for any of these techniques. I'm the first one to run to the doctor if I don't feel well, and I think you should as well. I think we should be responsible towards our health and receive appropriate medical care and advice. Now, once you've been properly attended to by a physician, by your healthcare provider, if you want to help your helper a little bit more, if you want to help your body heal a little bit faster, then by all means magnetize the water and drink it with the intention of improving your health, and you will begin to notice a difference. Now, there's a variation of this technique that has been known from, since time immemorial, which sometimes has been called the chromotherapy. Now, chromotherapy is the therapy of colors, chromotherapy, and it can take on different forms. You have noticed, most likely, that you dress wearing different colors according to your mood. And that's a form of chromotherapy as well. The clothes that you wear, the colors that you wear project a certain energy. So one thing that you can do regarding water and chromotherapy is look for glass bottles of different colors. You remove all labels from the bottle and you fill it up with clean, fresh water, depending on the color that you want. Remember that there's 7 principal chakras in the body, and if you look up anywhere, you're going to notice that these different chakras are associated with different colors. For instance, perhaps yellow for the stomach chakra, green for the heart chakra, and blue or violet, and perhaps white for the upper chakras. And the point is that if you take, let's say that you want to open your heart chakra, you want to be in love with life, you take a green bottle, glass bottle, remove all labels, clean the bottle really well, fill it up with water, put it out in the sun, like say a noon sun, really hot, intense sun. Let the water soak up the sun's energy. And then you bring the water inside, let it cool off a little bit, and you drink that water, maybe half a glass or a glass a day until the bottle is gone, with the intention that that water, which has been magnetized by the green rays of the sun, are going to have a special effect upon your chakra and open your heart chakra. So this is an ancient technique called chromotherapy. People have been using this from time immemorial. And between the magnetization of the water and the chromotherapy that you can apply to the water, you can actually use the power of your mind and the power of your intention to have a positive effect upon your health. Now, here's the key. Let me know, do these experiments, and let me know by using the comments below what effects you achieve using these techniques. Let me know how it goes for you. And if you have any questions, as always, let us know so that we can answer those questions for you. Thank you. Hi friends, if you're enjoying the content that we're sharing with you in this channel, if you like the videos that we post every single day, sharing with you the best that we have learned over the many years, the entire team has something really special to share with you now. And that is our 12-week program in which you can learn everything about the human being, starting with your own spiritual anatomy, as we call it, what we're made of, where we come from, where we're going to, how we can become a self-realized human being. And we cover all of this knowledge in 12 weekly, in 12 sessions, 12 weeks. Once a week we meet right here in Miami, Florida. And a lot of people, I myself have learned all of this during, this process. And I think you might enjoy coming to our classes if you like the topics that we cover here. And I say this because a lot of people ask us, I love your videos, but I want to know where I can learn more. Well, if you want to learn more, come to class and you're going to learn all you want to learn, because that's all we do over there. Learn, share, teach, and learn from one another. So get information below if you're interested in our classes, and we're going to have a great time. Now, as always, remember, every one of those videos that you watch, if you really like the content, make sure that you like the video. It's important to us and it's important to you, because by sharing your liking of the video, more people will be able to see it as well. So thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful project, and many blessings to you. I'm looking forward to meeting you personally soon.